Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, man. Let's talk about some things. Chris Eubanks leaves Al Haymon for Katie Sutherland and Mayfi Ryota or Gennady Golovkin, Liam Smith. And I think they said Kell Brook is in consideration. Also, Albert Bell may take on Gabriel Flores Jr. February 20th, possibly. And I heard some Devin Haney news, but let's start off with Bob Arum. It ain't looking good for ESPN boxing. But let's talk about it. Share the video. Check out the boxing news playlist and boxing news playlist on this one. You want to make a donation, best way to donate is share the video. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. But Arum, ESPN won't show fights in March. Probably 2 in April, 8th or 9th. 8 or 9, excuse me, from May to July. So, January isn't the only month in early in 2021 within which ESPN won't televise live boxing. Bob Arum and Foreign Boxing Scene and Keith Oddick wrote this article that the network decision makers have opted to skip boxing programming in March as well. The primary strategy behind that decision is to avoid airing boxing opposite of men's basketball and postseason games during the month, most notably NCAA March Madness tournament. Bob quote, "We're not doing any boxing March because of March Madness," Arum told Boxing Scene. And then we have maybe 2 shows in April, and then from throughout May to July we have 8 or 9 shows, basically 3 months. Okay. I mean, I can keep reading. It's just opinionated. But ESPN was to televise or stream 3 top-ranked cards in March last year, but each of those shows canceled due to coronavirus. Top Rank has had the exclusive content agreement with ESPN for 3.5 years. We did not discourage ESPN from doing that, skipping shows in March, because we hope that as you do shows later in the year, that Corona will be behind us and we can start doing these fights with spectators, Bob said. Because without that, it's horrendous without Gates and it's hard economically. So, I mean, yeah, he got a point. But it says the main event of the show will match Joe Smith Jr. against Russian Maxim Vaslav in a 12-round fight for the vacant WBO lightweight heavyweight title. This will air February 13th in an undetermined MGM property in Las Vegas. If the co-feature, Richard Comey will be taking on lightweight champ from Ghana, former lightweight champ from Ghana. He'll be taking on Dominican contender Jackson Marinas. Now, I heard Jackson Marinas signed a 1-year deal with Top Rank. Let's go there. Something that's not in the title. Give y'all a little bit of snippets. Don't wait to the end. Jackson Marinas' team tried to reach out to Mayweather Promotions' Leonard Ellaby. He did not return their calls on forwarding Rolly. So Rolly, according to Jackson Marinas' team, ducked Jackson Marinas. So they called Ellaby, and Ellaby wouldn't return the calls. So they didn't want the rematch. So Marinas signed a 1-year deal, 3 fights with Top Rank. And first of those fights will be with Richard Comey. All right. So, I mean, we all know Rolly wouldn't go want that work. Step by step, second time around. We know he won't want that work second time around. And, you know, it don't really surprise me. But basically not airing much boxing, but a few shows in the first quarter of the year. I mean, it works for Top Rank because they can wait and see if the COVID is over with and they can do fights. And if you notice, PBC ain't got too many fights neither scheduled. You don't have Earl scheduled, you don't have Pacquiao scheduled, you don't have Wilder scheduled, you don't have Sean Porter scheduled. You got Caleb Plant fighting in another stinker. You got Foden and Leo fighting next Saturday, not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday. So that's cool. But they ain't got a lot of shows with their big fighters. Javante, you don't see him. Broner had a show, might be canceled because his opponent fell out. But you don't see a lot of big shows, especially from Fox, going on right now. So, I mean, hopefully it worked for Top Rank. And you can see Crawford and a lot of guys. You got Herring fighting the 27th. You got Valdez fighting pretty soon too. So with Burchett. So hopefully those things do turn around
and work out for them. But they got a lot of shows in the summer, though. 8 or 9. So, you know, right there in that summer, that's kind of going to be where they meet at. And then in boxing, they don't even want to put big fights on in the summer. You might have one good big fight in the middle of the summer in July. And then you might have another kind of okay fight in like August, September. But all the big fights should be in September. Boxing make a mistake by trying to make big fights at the end of the year in the middle of football season and basketball season. Boxing should be from May, especially after the finals, NBA finals, from May to August should be all nothing but bang. We shouldn't have a week without a big fight. Boxing should be banging in the summer. You know, but, you know, it is what it is from that aspect of it. And now Chris Eubanks Jr. has left Al Haymon for Katie Sutherland, and he is targeting him fighting Gennady Golovkin. Sutherland do have ties to the Zone. I mean, doing the World Series of Boxing on there. So that should be interesting. Liam Smith, Kell Brook. Who else you got? Might have been somebody else. But, you know, at the end of the day, Ryota Murata too. And that'll be for the full WBA belt. But, I mean, I guess Chris Eubanks didn't want to deal with Al no more. He didn't want to fight Jamal Charlo. I know they was trying to do Jamal Charlo fight. Somebody told me on pay-per-view, so I guess that's out the window. Not sure who Charlo going to fight. I guess Eubanks didn't want that work. So he go back overseas. It's not real shocking to me. Because he couldn't even beat Matt Korobov. You know what I'm saying? And, like I said, he didn't want to go out. He didn't want to fight Jamal Charlo. Why not fight for a real title? You know, he want to run over and fight Golovkin. Like, you didn't want to fight Golovkin before, and that's what made Kell Brook fight Golovkin. So, with Kell Brook being on that list, that's a joke. Liam Smith, I don't want to see it. Basically, he want to go back to fighting domestic fighters. You know, and that's just what Chris Eubanks want to do. And, you know, I thought he had some potential at one point. When he lost to a one-armed George Groves, all that potential went out the door for me. He need to retire. His father loved him. He ain't got no... You know, he just an athlete trying to box. That's what he is. He's an athlete trying to box. He don't really have no skills, or he fight any of the top guys, even Golovkin. He losing. How you gonna duck Golovkin and then try to? He gonna fight the worst name there, like Kell Brook. Which Kell Brook and Amir Khan really should be fighting. But here come, you know, this guy trying to tear that up. You know, so with him, do as he please. But we all know Golovkin fighting Jaime Munguia, so it's going to be Ryota. I don't mind seeing him fight Ryota. Ryota Murata, that's a good fight. You know, if he don't fight Murata in Japan, he probably got a chance to beat him. He look like Superman in Japan. So if he don't fight him in Japan, he got a good chance of winning. If he don't. But, you know, if they make Kell Brook and Eubanks, I don't want to see that. You know, Eubanks ran from that Jamal work, what it sound like, you know. And that was supposed to be next. And he said, no, they do. You know, you want to go fight Kell Brook in a non-title fight. Liam Smith in it, or Liam Will, whoever won, non-title fight. If you fight Murata, that make the most sense. Come back fight, win a real WBA belt. Come back fight Charlo and unify. That makes sense. You know, other than that, you know, he fight Golovkin. I don't think he gonna fight Golovkin. He ain't looking for that work. He ain't looking for that work. He ain't looking for that. He looking for the easiest domestic fight for the highest price. You know. But I wonder what Jamal Charlo gonna do next. It's very interesting. But Chris Eubanks Jr., he ain't want that work. Now I love to see why that fight didn't happen. And I wonder where they go at with Jamal next. They gonna throw Jared Herndon, because ain't no Andrade there right now. Golovkin fighting Jaime Munguia, so shit. Who Jamal gonna fight next? That's interesting. You know, because ain't nobody really at middleweight right now unless, you know, Lube and, you know, Swift move up. So that's going to be real interesting. Real interesting, man. And, you know, basically Eubanks was like, I don't want to fight you. You know, no. You know, I want the big drama, so you don't want no Golovkin. If you think he want Golovkin, you smoking crack. Well, let's move on. I heard through the grapevine that Devin Haney preference is Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, and Javier Fortuna is their last option. All right. I know Teofimo Lopez is fighting George Kambosos. I think April 24th is the date to face his mandatory. So that's off the table. And really with Ryan Garcia, I heard he wanted to fight Linares, but to be honest, I mean, maybe Linares and Ryan don't work. You know, they should make Ryan and Devin Haney. Why not? But I heard Ryan coach Eddie Reynoso said he's not ready for that fight. As we all know, he's not ready. He's standing too straight up. But Devin Haney ain't a finished product neither. He got some holes in this game, so that's a fight that could bring some attention to the zone if they promote it the right way. But I don't think they want to mess up with the church's money, because I heard that him and Ryan and Tank gonna fight in September. So Devin Haney is just gonna be in a situation where he's gonna be fighting a lot of fights that the fans don't want to see. But I think Fortuna is a great step up fight for him. A rough fight, a guy that headbutt. They ain't really trying to fight him right now. And really, Fortuna ain't got nothing to lose. You know, he can pull on Devin's shoulder, hit him in the head, headbutt him, elbow him. I mean, that's what it's gonna be. And you know, really the zone, they don't really care about black fighters neither. You know, a whole bunch of white men wanted the operation. They ain't going to do what's best for Devin Haney. If they do what's best for Devin Haney, it's just going to be because they overpaying him to fight none of these guys. And then Ryan Garcia going to say, well, you know, you should go fight Teofimo Lopez and leave me alone. Like, dude, you fighting Tank Davis for not a title. Why don't you or Tank go get Teofimo Lopez, and the other one get Devin Haney, so when y'all do fight, y'all can fight with all the belts on the line. But dudes out here chasing numbers, you know what I'm saying? And you know, they can do that all they want to. They ain't getting no money out of me. I'm a PIMP. I don't care what you heard about me, but take it Ryan and get $1 out of me. No Cadillac, no words you can't see, cause I'm a motherfucker PIMP. You ain't getting nothing out of me. You ain't gonna hoodwink me. You ain't gonna hit me with that razzle dazzle. But like I said, boxing is more business than it is a sport. You know what I'm saying? It's just all about business. All about business. You ain't gotta earn nothing. You know, if you got 20 Mexicans follow you into boxing, you get millions and millions of dollars. And a lot of these kids don't know what it means to scratch and claw to make $1. And Devin Haney, him and his father was on the chitlin circuit for a minute. They fought in Mexico. Then they turned around and was fighting in little, you know, ballrooms and clubs, and, you know, for a minute. Then they signed with a promoter. I mean, it's funny that he didn't sign with Mayweather, but who would sign with Mayweather? Mayweather's own mama wouldn't sign with him. But we'll see. More than likely, they're going to have to fight that mandatory Javier Fortuna. And it's going to be a tough fight. And Devin win that fight. I think he can shut some people up. That he fought a guy worth a damn. He fought a guy that most people thought beat Robbie Jr. You know. And at this point for Devin, he might as well put himself in position to move up to 140 and get a belt. You know, I know he probably don't want to fight Regis or Barrios, but don't fight Catterall and be a mandatory. But, you know, they say 35 was all the money at, but where the money at? All the belts in one person. You know, T.O. going to fight Camboso. He didn't want to fight Haney, or, you know, maybe the business side didn't work. But it's crazy. T.O. asked for $10 million. You know, that's his number, but quite frankly, don't nobody know him like that. You know, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about Devin Haney possibly fighting Fortuna next. And we know he's not going to get Teofimo or Ryan Garcia, so his first and second choice is not going to come into existence. But let's talk about Albert Bell. Gabriel Flores, I think his opponent fell out for his fight, and that they considering putting him in there with Albert Bell. To me personally, that's a really, really good fight. You putting two prospects in there together. And Albert Bell fought in the bubble last year, and I think he didn't impress a lot of people by not finishing his opponent like he should. Okay? But I think he'd beat Gabriel Flores. Personally. Gabriel Flores is a good fighter. He already having back issues. Alright? And he could beat Albert Bell. I could be wrong. I like them both, but I think Albert Bell, if he can be more aggressive, you know what I'm saying, he can get Flores out of there. If he come in there trying to box, stand straight up and use his height, they probably going to rob him. But this is a tough fight. I don't see them putting Gabriel Flores in there with Albert Bell. You know, unless they know Albert Bell going to lose to Flores. But that's a good fight. And when you talking about a prospect cross-world fight, this time of the best shit you see in boxing. You don't see these too often no more. Because prospects ain't got to fight for belts. They give them to him. So, to be honest, I think Bell, if he come with it being aggressive, he can get. If he wants to, he can get Gabriel Flores the fuck up out of there. And if he come in fighting like a beta male, like he did his last fight, you know, being tentative and being finesse, Gabriel Flores might fuck around and clip him or even beat him. So that's a good fight. But I doubt Top Rank do that. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Check out our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter page. All the links in the description. Faster way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. We also got a Facebook group. Want to make a donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate. Share the video. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Let me know what you think about the video. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. All right, make sure you check out my homie's channel, The Red Pill Diaries. He is the owner of the Health Blaze. So I'm pretty sure you've seen the ads on my channel. He has a new channel that he wants the information to get out to you guys. So check out his channel. It's called The Red Pill Diaries, all one word. TheRedPillDiaries. For those who are listening, one word on YouTube. He wants you to check it out. So go ahead and check them out over there. Shout out to the brother Rashid for giving me a first opportunity to be able to advertise on my channel. So shout out to him. Let me know what you guys think. Appreciate the love, support. Check out the channel. We go.